Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 this weekend. I'm Hillman. Nearly 100 local veterans are being treated to a trip of a lifetime today. It was an emotional day for family and friends of 2 Wisconsin National Guard units heading to Afghanistan. Police are not saying tonight how many victims there are or how they died. What we do know is that the investigation centers around May's photo on the 400 block of Main Street. Will La Crosse change the rules when it comes to all those food carts popping up downtown? Well, the idea was first brought up in a Public Works Board meeting earlier this month. And I'm Hillman in for Mike. Prairie du Chien police are reporting a growing and dangerous trend in their city. They're called one-pot meth labs. Well, in other news, it's just the latest twist in the fight over Act 10. Late yesterday, a Dane County Circuit judge ruled the law violates both the state and U.S. Constitution. Well, this next story comes with a definite do not try at home disclaimer. Extreme athlete Felix Baumgartner risked his life today to try and become the world's first supersonic skydiver. And the video will either inspire you or make you feel sick.
Low.
So if you thought it was chilly this morning, it sounds like it's going to be even chillier tomorrow morning.
Yeah, temperatures again, as I said, dropping into the 20s and low 30s, so there is that freeze warning in effect. So I know a lot of people still have plants out there. Make sure to protect them.
All right, Michelle, you got to stick around for this next story. I know you're going to like this one. So if you've been thinking about adopting a cat or another cat, this may be the weekend to pull the trigger. That's because there's a mega adoption expo going on at the Petco in Onalaska. Now, it's helping raise money for Tabbytown, a cat rescue organization based out of Westby.
And it just breaks my heart. We can't help everybody.
Now, if you want to support Tabbytown in another way, the organization is in a contest sponsored by Petco. You can vote by searching for the Petco Foundation on Facebook. Now, if Tabbytown wins or they're in the top 10, the organization walks away with $10,000.
Oh, what a great organization, and all of those animals need homes, so hopefully we can help them win.
I knew you'd like that story.
Yeah.
All right, well, still ahead on News 8 at 6, there were probably lots of canceled tee times this morning with cold temperatures and rain to start the day, but not these golfers because they had some extra motivation to play around. We'll explain ahead. Now, I know this is very generic here. I'm sure using like your kids' names or your pets' names never a good idea. People that know you, if you're obsessed with your dog or cat,
totally,
are going to know that you're probably putting that in as your password.
Mm-hmm. Or birth dates, things of that nature. And I know that they say you should be, changing those passwords from, from
I know that's some advice you
account to account. Yeah.
You don't necessarily listen to. Yeah, changing your passwords. A couple tips to make sure you have good, strong, secure passwords. Make it 8 characters or more, and then you're going to want to put in multiple types of characters. So you got letters, numbers, upper, lowercase.
I'm so guilty of not following these rules, and they're great rules in place to make sure that, we're protected on the internet, but I've got to get better.
And change that password.
Yeah, I'm sure there are lots of people out there just like me. Person, it's your neighbor.
And I think a lot of people are rooting for there to be 2 winners.
Yeah.
Spread the wealth out a little bit.
Exactly.
And maybe each winner is like a group of people that have kind of pooled the money together, so
that'll hit the whole community of Whitehall if that's the case, yeah.
Spread the wealth out as much as you can. Now, as we said, the winning tickets matched all 5 numbers but missed the Powerball. Let's take a look. The odds of that happening here in La Crosse County, I can tell you, voter turnout's expected to be around 40%. You can see things a little slow here at the La Crosse Library, but let's take a look. So far, 287 people have voted. Now, this is just east of the Riverside parking ramp, and behind that is Riverside Center, building number 3. Now, this is the space Democrats hoping that Vice President Biden could carry over the momentum from last night's fiery debate. And really, it's no surprise that his first post-debate stop was right here in the Badger State. Well, hi guys, yeah, no doubt the biggest confusion today is the fact that you can only vote for candidates from one party, which means you can only vote in some of the contested races. For example, if you want to vote in the Republican Senate primary, which is over here in the left column, the Republican column, if you will, that means you can't vote for a county treasurer since both of the candidates are Democratic here in the center or Democratic column, if that makes sense. Now, officials